up, everyone? Welcome to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnots. It is Saturday, June 25th. We're recording this live at 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/the Whatnots. This is episode 123. 1, 2, 3. You guys, you see that? 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
episode 1, 2, 3. Coming up on today's show, we got big news for Crossplay. Alan and I's favorite game ever is being remade, and Summer Game Fest was huge, my friends. But we will get to all of that in a bit. My name is Gino and I am joined by... Who should I say first? Alan Busby! What's up, Alan?
Activating combat mode. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. Ready to throw down.
Ignacio Rojas. What's up, Ignacio?
Not being picked first.
And last and certainly least, Kyle Springer. What's up?
Always least. Always least indeed. No, I am here to get to the core of this crisis.
There you go. Beautiful.
Ignacio's the only one who didn't have a joke. I'm disappointed, man. Dude.
Everybody stop.
Dude, okay. I also was disappointed.
Let's stop. There's one thing I do need to say. Something that we all, of course, agree on, and something that is going on in our world today. Reproductive freedom and bodily autonomy are human rights.
Yes.
And if you disagree with that, you're a piece of shit. Plain and simple. So that's all I have to say. I don't think we're experts on the subject, so we can't talk much on it. But that is what we all believe here, and that is what we will continue to believe. All right? That sound good, guys? Did I say anything? Anybody want to add anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was clear. It was clear and concise. I loved it.
All right, yeah, because I mean, it's tough, man. It's freaking hard out there, but whatever. What are we gonna do? You know, so we obviously we feel this way, and that's how we're gonna continue to feel. So if you disagree or anything, you're a piece of shit. Plain and simple. And riot, okay? Everybody riot. All right? Okay, that's me. That's my thoughts. I don't know about you guys. I'm just saying, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet. This is mass anarchy type of stuff now, I feel like. That's that's me. That's me though. That's me. I don't know about you guys.
I'm gonna attack the system.
I'm talking about.
I'm gonna attack the system from within the system. I'm gonna fuck them over from the inside.
Yeah, I just want to put it out there as well. That's what I was feeling in the moment, and I feel like that's like I don't know. At this point, it's just like, you know what I mean. You gotta fight. You gotta fight for what's right. But it's scary. Obviously, that type of stuff is scary to do. But yeah. So let's go ahead and that's why I needed to stop you guys there. We needed to say that at the beginning of the show. I feel like it was important to do so. And in other news as well, I guess I'll just say it at the top of the show, so we can make this one of the best shows ever, right? I will be stepping down from Crossplay, not permanently. So
finally got him out of here. Oh my god.
So not for any other reason other than just it's just hard for me to hop on all the time because I got a new job.
With all the fighting the system he's gonna do. What time is
you're gonna be busy throwing hands.
Yeah, when I'm off work, getting to work fighting. You know what I mean? So basically, yeah, just it's hard to do a whole bunch of things, juggling a whole bunch of stuff around. So I made the decision to step down and all that stuff. So,
but you're stepping down,
but
the show is still happening. The show is still
that was the part I was talking about.
So Crossplay is ending, dude, because I am stepping down. That's what's going on. No, but yeah, so I'm not. I think what Ignacio is saying is that it's not like permanently. I will be on as much as I can, if I can, right? For the Patreon exclusive shows when we're doing the draft and stuff, you will still hear me there. Which we have to schedule doing a draft as well. We still have to.
We need to get that now that Summer Game Fest is like done.
I haven't checked it in a while, but I'm pretty confident. Every game I voted for still has not released. Not a one of them.
Yeah, so we need to get on that. I'll be on that. But as far as the regular show goes, as much as I can possibly be on it, I will be on it. But for the foreseeable future, I will be taking a back seat. Just so you guys are aware.
Yeah, because God knows none of us is gonna talk about Final Fantasy 14.
No, I got this. I'll play Final Fantasy. Not 14 because I won't play it because I got better things to do. But other games, I'll play it. I got Gino's back. I got this.
Massive blow to viewers there if you don't talk about Final Fantasy 14. Okay, just so you know.
I got better games to play.
I'm the one that sees the stats, and Gino, let me tell you. So yeah, Gino, it sucks to have you take a bit more of a back seat. You have done a great job hosting the show. So thank you for all the hard work that you have put into all of this. But yeah, we'll have you on as much as we can, whenever you can, all of that stuff. Sometimes it's just difficult to fit things in your schedule, you know, and I think we're all kind of dealing with that right now. We've all gone through some big changes, or we're still in school, or we got a job that does the night shift, and most of us don't, like all sorts of stuff. So there might be some more updates in the future as we kind of figure out some things down the road. But at least for right now, the show is continuing. I'm pretty sure we will be recording on Tuesdays from here on out. Of course, we're recording this on a Saturday. Yeah. I don't think we will be recording this coming Tuesday, which is the 28th.
I'm pretty sure we won't.
But we'll be back. We'll be back right after right after July 4th.
Yeah, that is when we will record the next one after this. So get excited, be on the lookout for all of that. But yeah, of course, I think that's all the big updates.
All right. Thank you, Kyle. But aside from all that and everything we talked about, this is a video game podcast. We're here to talk about video games, right, my friends?
What are you talking about?
Hell yeah.
What do you mean, what am I talking about? I'm talking about video games.
Video games?
We're gaming.
Let's go ahead and get it. What? Ignacio, you keep interrupting me, man. What do you want to do? You want to fight?
Oh, so this is what you're going to do for your last episode?
And we're not going to get this again. We're not going to get Ignacio interrupting Gino.
You always interrupt me, dude. It's
so episode. Now you're telling me you wait for your last episode to pick a fight. Okay, sure. Go for it.
Let's get into what we've been playing, my friend. Ignacio, dude, what's going on here?
Yeah,
I don't know. What are you saying? I don't know.
For those that don't know, for what we've been playing, Ignacio wrote in the doc, I don't know. He apparently has played a game and he just does not remember what he's played. Ignacio, are you okay?
I don't even know if it's a game that I'm playing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, so you guys know we are in a drought, a very, very, very dry drought.
Hang on. Sonic Origins released a couple days ago. What fucking drought are you in?
Didn't the Three Hopes Fire Emblem come out as well?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Ignacio, I imagine if you stood outside in the rain, you would be that person going, man, we're having a drought right now. It's not raining enough.
Oh shit, I didn't know there were all these games to play now. Sonic Origins.
Have you played Citizen Sleeper yet? The best game this year?
Ignacio,
what is that?
Ignacio,
what is that?
Neon White?
Ignacio, you can always play games in your backlog. Ignacio, there's never a drought.
That's where I'm going at. There are many new games to actually focus on that I would like to play. Okay, well, let's do it at that, because Sonic Origins, who the hell wants Sonic, right? Yeah. So I have been going in between playing games here and there, older game, backlog games. You know that Sekiro, I give it a chance. That's that. I've been playing some demos from Summer Game Fest. Not that I can remember now that it is worth talking about right now. But I've been doing that. Last time I talked to Kyle, I mentioned how I might be interested in playing Elder Scrolls Online. I started it yesterday, but I
What
played.
about Final Fantasy? What about that MMO? Huh?
I played Elder Scrolls Online, but about 30 minutes. So because it was already late, so I didn't give it a chance. I picked up Rogue Legacy 2. I started that. I've been starting games, kind of playing a little bit here and there, and also I started playing Age of Empires 2. I played that a little bit, but again, nothing really
games.
Exactly, nothing really that is worth talking about right now. That is,
you're just waiting for the next FIFA and Call of Duty, right? That's what you're waiting for. You nerd loser.
Yeah, I'll be waiting till November for a game to play.
He's waiting for the media approved AAA games to come out. Ignacio doesn't see indies or older titles. Ignacio is only future and only the pinnacle games.
I'm sorry, I do not want to play Sonic, Alan. A game that has been re-released.
And you know what?
I can play my freaking phone, Alan. I can play it on my phone.
Ignacio, there's a reason it gets re-released because it's fucking bomb, all right?
No, because it is
they don't re-release
okay?
dud games, okay?
So Ignacio's just been starting a bunch of games, so not really any.
Yeah, so what sucks is that there are no games that interest me in the foreseeable future up until August, I think Saints Row comes out.
You know, I feel you, Ignacio. I feel you because I can't think of new games that are coming out right now. Except I just thought of one. Stray is coming out in like 3 weeks or something.
Oh,
yeah, it comes out real soon.
Yeah. So
Gino,
that's exciting.
I already made my sense on cats very clear. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alan, this is for you. See, I can play it on my phone. Okay, I'm playing Sonic Origins right now. Huh?
Cool.
And Kyle,
cut sucks, so I'm not playing. Sir.
Kyle, you said a long time ago you were going to play Red Dead Redemption.
And I finally did. I started it, I played the game, and I beat it. And this is the first, this is not Red Dead Redemption 2. This is just Red Dead.
This is the original Red Dead game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
There's Red Dead
Redemption. Red Dead Revolver was before it.
Well, whatever.
So I played Red Dead Redemption. It was pretty good. It was okay. It was fine. Old game is old. Certain things didn't hold up very well. They over animated everything. You try and move in that game and then stop, and it takes you like 5 seconds to actually stop.
I mean, that's Rockstar Games.
Horse in that game is awful. It is like one of the worst video game experiences I've ever had. It's so bad. And then I kind of fucked myself over at the start of the game. Well, I guess I didn't fuck myself over. My TV decided to fuck me over. It did that glitch where I could hear like the atmosphere around me. I could hear the birds. I could hear all the sound effects, all that stuff. But the voices weren't coming in.
Wow.
And I didn't realize that at the start. So I'm watching this whole like opening cutscene, just being like, man, this is all peaceful and calm. And here he is on the train, just taking in the scenery. Like, this is kind of cool. And then like I finally realized that it's happening once people like actually start talking. And then I'm like, oh shit, I think there was like voiceover narration for that entire like 5 minutes explaining what's happening, because I have no idea what's happening here.
Was there voiceover? I do not remember there being voiceover.
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah.
It felt like I missed a lot, because once it got started and all that, I was just like, I don't understand what's happening. Why am I here? And I was just like, I am completely lost. This makes no sense. And as much as that sucked and got me off on the wrong foot, then I was like, okay, it's not half bad.
But when you had that glitch, didn't you just restart the game, right? You just restart it?
I just fixed the setting and then moved on.
Yeah.
So
but now I can play Red Dead Redemption.
Did you finish it, or did you finish it?
I finished it.
Because there is a point. I don't think I ever finished it, because there's a point where you think, okay, I'm done.
So yes, I did the main story, and then there is it's technically a side quest that you can go.
I mean, we can
do.
talk about it. The game has been out for more than 10 years.
Right, yeah. So like
John Marston dies.
right. And then you end up playing the like end game as his kid. But there's a specific side
Shit, for real?
quest you can go
Yeah, I didn't know that. What the hell, man?
Yeah, there you go. There's a side
too bad.
quest after that happens, and it spits you back out into the game. That if you don't know to go do that, you won't roll credits on the game. You have to go find this certain guy and kill him. Which thankfully I had a list up of all of the stuff, and it was like, hey, you should probably also do this one too. So I was like, all right, cool. And yeah, I rolled credits on that game. So eventually I will play Red Dead Redemption 2 since I have
now
not
will you
yet.
pay Undead Nightmare?
Probably not. I know that it's like, oh, it's one of the greatest DLCs of all time. Man, I just fucking hate that horse. It's just I don't want to be on the horse.
Great DLC, to be honest with you.
Kyle's gonna be that person where like, did you play the DLC? Listen, man, I just don't like the fucking horse, man. All right.
That's gonna be
pass.
me.
Give me a
every
pass
time.
on this one.
All right.
That's what I played.
So me and Alan have both played The Quarry.
Dude.
But you also have Death's Door on here, so I want you to talk about that first.
Yeah, it's an older game. Calvin, a Maze House friend of the show, has hounded me to play this game because I would like it and it's up my alley. And it was already out, but it came to PlayStation like I think November or something of last year, and I bought it and then never played it. And because we're in a drought of video games, I played Death's Door after I finished The Quarry, and holy shit. Death's Door is like fucking like this is probably like this is like number 2 game of the year. Like that's how fucking good this game. Yeah, it's so good. That Metroidvania, that top down, the music, like oh my god. Like I don't want to spoil anything because the story is pretty much it. You find out that the game's like about death and it's about technically rejecting death, but then learning to accept it, and it's. Despite the game being just about crows and random shit, it's like weirdly emotional. And it's like, wow, like I'm still thinking about it. And I beat it like 3 days ago.
Okay, cool. I did play it a little bit. I did play a little bit of Death's Door. But that's one of those games that isn't really up my alley.
Yeah.
So I know it's obviously a critically acclaimed game. A lot of people love that game.
If you don't like those kind of open Metroidvania, like kind of exploration world games, this isn't for you.
It's hard.
Yeah, it can be hard. Yeah.
But we also played The Quarry, Alan. Number one thing I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Before I ask your thoughts, did Brenda song live in your playthrough?
No, but
I don't want to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
You're useless.
I want to just say it wasn't my fault.
Wasn't your fault. That's what everyone says.
Was it not?
It wasn't
me.
Gino. Okay. I'm not getting my thoughts in the game. I want to preface The Quarry by saying Amy and I played this game together.
Okay.
There are 8 characters in the game.
So
Amy and I took turns picking a character. So with the characters that you'll go over, Gino, I picked Dylan number 1 because fuck yeah, dude.
Okay.
I picked Dylan, Abigail, Emma, and I had shit. I'm trying to remember.
There's Ryan. There's Jacob.
It wasn't them. I had
Nick.
Nick. So I had Nick, Dylan, Abby, and Emma. Amy had the other 4. So, but we'll get into that as you go through.
Okay, no. So basically, just thoughts to not like. I mean, we don't want to. It's still a new game, so obviously, there's not necessarily spoilers because everyone's game can be different, so it doesn't really. But we don't have to get specific about who died in ours or anything like that.
Yeah, it's because it's the same game that Until Dawn is, so you can't play the game with everybody dying, no one dying, and anywhere in between.
So obviously this is a spiritual successor to Until Dawn.
Yep.
My personal opinion on it, I think it's just as good as Until Dawn, to be honest with you. I've heard some people don't like it as much as Until Dawn, but I thought it was pretty great. I thought the first first off, the game visually looked pretty incredible. Like these
the lighting in this game is
awesome.
is fucking incredible.
Yeah. The characters looked awesome. The story was it was that typical sort of this one's more supernatural. It's not a slasher.
No, the first one was also kind of supernatural a bit too.
Was it?
It was
okay,
supernatural.
I'm not sure if I remember. But anyway, so
they're they're pulling from different stories.
It's that typical summer camp, counselor, kind of in the woods type of thing. But I thought it was super fun. It's the game that you expect. If you played Until Dawn, it's pretty much the same kind of game. It's pretty much the same game, just newer, different characters, all that stuff.
So what you're saying is just play Until Dawn.
What?
Yeah, I mean, obviously play Until Dawn. Yes, obviously, because Until Dawn is an amazing game. So Amy and I talked about this because we love the Shadow Quarry. We both agree that this game is better than Until Dawn.
Yeah,
because we found the story and the characters generally just, not that Until Dawn had bad characters, but almost every character in this game is likable to some degree. Where there are some people in Until Dawn that are kind of like, whatever. The only complaint Amy and I both have, at least mainly I have, is the QTEs in this game are too easy.
Too easy.
Because anytime we got to points in the game for QTEs, maybe it's just because I game more than Amy and I just have better reactions and read inputs. But the characters I had, none of mine died. Like, I didn't get anybody killed ever.
Okay.
And that's my one. I like all of the choices and options, but I feel like QTEs that have to do with choices and living or dying or whatever, they're not intense enough to be at least nerve-wracking. And the game has accessibility options, but there's no option to make the QTEs harder. You just can make them easier. So it's not like, I can just make them harder. It starts at default and then they get easier as you up the accessibility, which I like is good, but I would really like an option to make it harder.
I feel like on that note, with like QTs being difficult and stuff like that, I feel like the game is more it's more pressing with the decisions you make.
Yes.
Because what keeps you on the edge of the seat is every single character can die. You can have every single person die. I immediately already had, an emotional connection to Brenda's song.
I do it same.
So I never wanted her to die. So whenever I played as her, I was nervous as shit because one wrong decision, she could die a gruesome death. And I've heard she has some pretty funny deaths.
Dude.
And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see her die on my watch. You know what I mean? So me being on the edge of my seat, it's just I love that about these games, that you could there's literally you make one wrong decision and someone else later on in the game will not have the thing available to them and they'll get freaking killed, or something like that. So
I felt the same thing as you. Like I read the description, I fell in love with Dylan. And anytime I play as Dylan, I was like, I don't give a shit what happens. This man is not dying while I'm holding this controller right now.
Did you? Okay, I want to ask you one question with Dylan.
Yeah.
Did you get his hand chopped off or not?
I did.
Okay, good. I feel like that's
because that was the smart choice. That's how you save him.
There's another. You see, it's just these different things. Like people were watching because I was streaming it, and people were watching me. They were like, "I've seen this 3 times, and the 3 times that I've seen it, that person died, but they lived on yours." So now, it's crazy how there's so many different choices that you could make.
And there are a lot because going through the trophy guide and doing all the repeat playthroughs, I've seen almost every single way everybody can die.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's definitely a if you liked Until Dawn, I feel like you'll love this one because it's
Gino. The last thing for you. So without spoiling it and going into detail, the very end of the game when you have to raise the gun at the very end.
Yeah.
For some reason, Amy raised it and she didn't fire. And then so many people died. And when it happened, I looked at Amy and I went, okay, so I love you, but
why, Amy?
What the hell did I asked her? I was like, what the hell were you thinking?
Why did you miss?
She was like, it didn't seem like I was supposed to fire the gun.
That happened to me in one situation, dude.
I was like, what?
I shot too late, and they moved like because there's a timer when you're shooting, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's coming down, but I didn't know. I thought I had until the end of the timer to shoot. When the timer is getting close to the end, the person starts moving. So I was aiming for something. They started moving, and I missed. So
Did Brenda's song die in your playthrough?
No. I'm talking about someone else.
That's my boy.
but
That's my boy right
no,
there.
She didn't die in my playthrough. Not
That's
on my
right.
watch,
You fucking
dude.
protected her with your life.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch. But yeah, the Quarry, great game. I definitely recommend it. I think it's I had a lot of fun with it. I love it.
Honestly, probably one of the other like best games of this year. Like one of the treasures.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. But that is it for everything we've been playing, my friends, and that is it for this episode of Cross. I'm just kidding.
That's it. All right.
I'm just kidding. Let's get into a little bit of housekeeping.
We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at The Whatnots, and we'd love it if you check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnots.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in The Whatnots, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnots, patreon.com/thewhatnots is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and a thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/thewhatnots, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you'd like to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnots.com/store to pick up some merch today.
And we are back. I'd like to give a shout out to our patrons and supporters at the $5 tier and above. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love you very much. Shout out to any cool shows, Kyle.
Yeah. Dude, so on the review show, our weekly book club style podcast, we covered an Indian movie called RRR. It's available on Netflix. This movie is incredible. One of the most ridiculous action movies I've seen in a long time. It's like a buddy cop bromance movie. There's some romantic comedy in there. There's song, there's dance. It's an incredible movie. It came out in March. And then I think shortly after here in the United States, it hit Netflix. But our YouTube page is blowing up right now because we covered that. Yeah. We released it. So we're recording this on Saturday. We released our podcast on that on like Wednesday at like noon ish. It already has like 5,000-6,000 views. It's our most engaged video. But seriously, do yourself a favor and go watch this movie. Triple R. It's a blast. I had an incredible time watching it. So go check that out. On the Captain's Log, we've been introducing a lot of fancy new stuff on the stream. Lots of like memes and eventually channel point redeems that we can do for the live podcast, including a Spider-Man dance party that you guys can do all sorts of memes and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of fun. But yeah, that's about it
awesome.
for housekeeping right now.
Nice.
Yeah, super engaged in the comments here with this
right?
RRR.
Yeah. Well, so we said some things about it that were inaccurate in the podcast, and thankfully all the comments, like none of them have been mean. Like they've all been nice, but they've all been like correcting us on like the exact same thing. I'm just like, hey, it's actually this thing. It's not that. Just so you know. But yeah, it's been fantastic. Last thing I do want to mention that I almost forgot. Ignacio and myself just did our reactions to the second half of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So if you guys want to hear our thoughts on the finale and stuff like that, that is up on our YouTube page as well as podcast services. And Miss Marvel is happening right now too. The third one just came out and our reactions are up for that as well. That was me and Melissa who did those ones. So go check it out.
All right, top notch. Thank you. So let's go ahead and get into the news of the week. All right, my friends. First things first, and most important thing on the docket here. Final Fantasy VII had its 25th anniversary stream. Keep in mind, Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary, not Final Fantasy. Okay?
And if I'm correct, this was only a 10-minute show, and there was they knocked it out.
Was it really 10 minutes for real?
I think it was 10 minutes.
It was like 10 minutes.
Okay, that's crazy because they did a lot. So they announced a few things here. I'm just gonna go through them real quick. Two very huge things here. So let me go ahead and just start with the beginning here. So obviously they just showed off some merch that they're releasing. There's a ring here with a silver ring, a Shinra ring. There's a clock with the Buster Sword that I kind of want. I want that
Cool.
Buster Sword clock. It's very nice. And then the Static Arts Cloud, Final Fantasy VII Remake Cloud specifically, actually. Static Arts, if you know, like Bring Arts and Figure Arts, it's those figures, but this one is just like a statue. So yeah, just they just showed off some merchandise there that they're releasing. And then we also saw another trailer for the Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which is I believe it's the mobile game, right? It's the mobile game that's like
the mobile game
Yeah.
that is a compilation of
the
Final
stories. Yeah, of all the stories. And they're doing a closed beta test coming out soon. I don't think they said an exact date, but that is
later this year, I think they said.
Yeah. And then after that, they also showed another trailer for The First Soldier, which is, if you don't know, that's also the other mobile game that's a battle royale. That's based off of Final Fantasy VII. And they're in season 3 now, so they've been supporting that game. So
Nothing makes me tune out. Nothing makes me tune out faster than mobile games. Like it happens, and I sleep.
Man, I to be honest with you, what was it that I played the other Nier Reincarnation that I brought up a while ago?
Yeah, the Nier mobile game.
Freaking good, to be honest with you. Actually, really good, but I stopped playing it because it's a mobile game. So I understand.
Ouch.
Next thing after that, they showed Remake Integrate is coming to Steam. So if you haven't played that, and now you can play it on Steam Deck too if you have the Steam Deck. That's pretty cool. That's pretty top notch. And then one of the best announcements that I absolutely, I think I cried a little bit. I cried.
Wow.
Very emotional thing for me. We're getting they're not saying remake for some reason.
Yeah,
but I think this is a remake. Okay,
which it honestly, okay, I understand why it's not called remake though. If you think about it, Gino.
Yeah.
Because as we know in the Final Fantasy VII remake, they're kind of doing different things with the story. So this might not be a remake of Crisis Core. It might end up playing out differently near the end.
So Alan said it is they're calling a full remaster of Crisis Core, which if you don't know was the Final Fantasy VII, sort of like the PSP game that's sort of like a side story of Zack.
The prequel.
Yeah.
The prequel, okay. So the prequel of Final Fantasy VII.
I thought this was one of your favorite games and you don't even know it's a prequel.
Yeah, Gino,
I think you're
a
fake fan. What the fuck?
I played it when I was like 5 years old, all right?
Wow.
You think I knew? You know what's funny? I feel like you guys don't know this, but I played everything around Final Fantasy and I never played Final Fantasy VII. I played everything around it. I played Dirge of Cerberus. I played Crisis Core. And I watched Advent Children and I was like, wow, this is awesome.
which is hilarious to me because Gino, we have the same story. Like, okay, so I watched Advent Children through a friend, but I didn't know FF7. I never played the original, so I didn't know it. So I thought Dirge of Service was 7 because it had 7 in the title. I played that, fucking awful. But then Crisis Core was the game that got me into Final Fantasy. This is the game I played a shit ton of.
Yeah, I played all
but
of those.
I never played the original 7.
Didn't know about 7. I was like, well, I didn't know there was an actual game of all this stuff. I just played everything around it. But yeah, so we're getting a full remaster of Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core. They're calling
Reunion.
They're calling it Reunion. And it's coming out this winter, boys. Bro, come on, dude. That's freaking awesome. Am I right?
Yeah.
This
Gino,
winter. Oh
here's a
my
funny
God.
story for you. I got super psyched when I watched this trailer, and I was so psyched for it. I showed Amy the trailer because I love Zach and I love this game. Amy watched the whole trailer, no smiles, no questions, anything else. The trailer ended, and I went, "Doesn't that look sick?" And she goes, "That game looks lame." I was like, she goes, "Who's the main character?" I was like, Zach. She goes, Zach looks like a loser.
Zach's beautiful.
Wow.
Zach is beautiful,
I was like,
first of all.
You could almost hear my heart crack a little bit.
I had
Zach
to watch
looks like a bro. Cloud looks like a loser. But
Yeah.
let's
Zach's
be
a bro.
like that's
Zach is a bro, dude. Zach's 100% a bro. So when I saw this, I was watching the live stream. I was in a meeting at work, and I couldn't, like, I don't want them to know that I'm watching another screen. So I was like this, guys. I was like this, dude. And I was freaking out. I couldn't, like, say anything, dude. I couldn't say anything. So once the meeting ended and I got off work, I screamed, dude. It was so good. Oh man, it looks incredible. And it's coming for PS5, PS4, Series XS, Xbox One, Steam, and Switch, dude. So that's freaking great.
I'm really excited because I think Crisis Core had a really solid combat, like gameplay foundation in the original. So I'm really curious how they're going to refine the gameplay with Reunion.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question. They say that it's a remaster, so they wouldn't really touch the gameplay.
Well, I don't think they're going to change the gameplay. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if they're going to like refine it or like what they'll kind of do with new things.
I'm wondering if I mean, it doesn't look like the combat is exactly like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I'm wondering if there might be some smaller changes to kind of nudge it in that direction.
If you played the original Crisis,
good. I'm excited for this one, and I have not played this one.
If you play the original Crisis Core does kind of have that almost free action combat like 7, but not to the depth that 7 Remake does. Yeah. So its gameplay is not too far off to what 7 Remake is or whatever fucking.
So this could very well just be the same gameplay.
Yeah.
It could, yeah. I would assume they'd probably have quality of life changes,
yeah,
right?
It definitely needs some quality of life improvements, but it doesn't need like a lot.
No, but I'm wondering how much of a difference it is between this game, the Reunion of the original one, because of the fact that it is coming out on Switch.
Yeah.
So if it is coming out on Switch, it could very well be just prettier graphics, but the game behind it is pretty much the same.
Yeah. I'm looking at the trailer right now. No, it looks freaking incredible, dude.
It's clean.
It looks great. I cannot wait for this.
I'm excited.
But
I'm curious how the story is going to unravel if they're going to change the ending. That's what I need. That's what I'm really curious of.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Question.
Yeah.
I've played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I've seen how that goes. I've heard all of the theories and stuff that they're doing some funky stuff. I have played like the small section of the original Final Fantasy VII that they then made into the remake, and I have not played Crisis Core. Should I play the original Final Fantasy VII first and beat that completely before I play this, or should I just go ahead and play this?
No.
Maybe. Well, I say that. That you should. You should play both games before going forward with the next 7 game.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
what
if you.
Figured.
Yeah, but whether you should play Crisis Core or 7, the original one, first, That's a good question because the original 7 has the mystery about who is this mysterious person that is talking to Cloud in his mind, and also Cloud has these fake memories that are not his, but they are actually from Zack, that you get to learn about him at the end of the game.
Okay.
So just because of that, it would be better to play Final Fantasy VII, the original one, before Crisis Core. But
Good-
the
good
thing
to
is
know.
that you already know all the twists to that. So it could also very well be better to play Crisis Core, and then kind of when you play 7, you get full context of what's going on with the fake memories that Cloud has.
Or
That's why I don't know if it is better to, if you were to come in just clean, you haven't played Remake, you
But
don't
you
know
can.
nothing. Yeah, you should play 7 before Crisis Core. But having played Final Fantasy VII Remake, you already know the twists because you've been in the internet,
Yeah.
about Crisis Core and all that. It might be better to go first Crisis Core and then 7.
I also think it's just as simple, Kyle, as 7 is out now, and Crisis
That
Core
too.
is out this winter.
I mean, yeah,
So yeah, just
that's a
go,
good point.
Just go
Yeah.
ahead and play
I
7,
mean,
and then
I have 7 on my Switch, so
Yeah.
I can go play it like right now.
But yeah, if
Um,
you want to go for it, just go play 7.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. We don't know much of Reunion. Reunion, I feel strongly, is gonna follow in the buildup of what Remake and the next thing we're gonna talk about is going to be. So I feel like, because I never played the original 7, I've still yet to never play the OG 7 ever.
You should.
Yeah, I
I'm
should.
going
It
to
is a
as
very
well.
good
Yeah,
game.
I need to play it.
And I still like Remake's story. Granted, I don't understand every single reference and nod that it has, but I still enjoy it by itself. So I feel like if you want to play Reunion, you don't need to play the original Crisis or the original 7, but you need to play Remake. If you want to get every single reference and everything, then yes, you need to play the original 2 because Crisis Core and 7 flow together. And I'm
Yeah.
assuming Reunion and Remake flow together. So you don't need to play both. You just need to play one or the other. And if you want max value, then all 4.
Oh yeah. So do we think
essentially just do whatever the fuck I want.
that, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, honestly, Kyle, just play Reunion and Remake and you're good.
But
Probably.
wait, so do we think that Reunion will be different from the original Crisis Core?
I'm pretty sure. Why would
Because
they redo this new story and not have Crisis Core bleed
I'm
into
gonna
it?
say it will be the same game
I
because of
personally-
two things. Because of two things. One, it is coming everywhere, unlike the remake games, which are just PlayStation exclusives. So it wouldn't make sense to have a part of the story of the remake story, not even the original story, the remake story, everywhere else, even though the remake story will not be everywhere else. So that's one of the reasons. The other one is that I think that because of what we've seen in remake, the Zack's story, his story, specifically the Crisis Core story, is gonna be important to the remake story. So this is very much a way for people who didn't have a PSP or the game is way too old for them to get to know the story of Zack before seeing what the changes are on remake.
Yeah, I think it. I personally think it's probably just a self-contained thing, just a remaster, remake, whatever.
Yeah.
If anything, but I guess we'll see because I'm definitely gonna play it and it's gonna be out before Rebirth,
Bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
which is
I fucking bet you Reunion is gonna do its own thing to bleed into Remake to be a
we'll
different
see.
story.
And if
Fucking
that
Okay,
happens,
so-
that would be awesome. Man. I feel like that would be
I think
great.
that Alan, I think that the most that they would do is that the game is all the way through to the end, the exact same story as remake.
Well, yeah.
As Crisis Core, you get Angel, you get
Genesis.
Genesis. You get Genesis. You end with the fight in.
Yeah,
I'm looking at. Yeah, you know everything.
I know what you're talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
Everything. It ends. It's done, and then as a post-credit scene or a secret ending, kind of like in Kingdom Hearts, you get something like, okay, so now you've seen the story. Let's rewind back and see how it is that in 7 remake, Zack and Cloud are still
So
together,
then,
like that they survived.
This obviously all connects to Rebirth, which was the last game that they, the last thing that they showed at the 25th anniversary, which is obviously the second part in the remake of Final Fantasy VII, and that is coming out next winter, so a lot sooner than I also believed it would. We were expecting, and there's also going to be, it's a 3-part series as they showed as well. We don't know what the third one's called, right? They didn't say anything? No. Okay. But yeah, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer got me confused, but it looks freaking awesome.
I did not like Cloud and Sephiroth just walking around like they were bros having a conversation.
I know what it's
referencing, but it just looks like they're just two dudes having a good time.
Yeah, that happens in the original. So
yeah.
Okay. Wait. What is this? The Capcom Showcase? Just happened around that time, for real?
Gino, I do want to ask you one question about Rebirth, though.
Yeah.
Do we like that Rebirth doesn't have like remake part 2 on it? That it almost like, because you have Final Fantasy VII remake and then now Final Fantasy Rebirth. Like, I kind of don't like that Rebirth doesn't make it obvious that it's the second part of remake.
I think it made it seem as if remake was the subtitle of Final Fantasy VII remake, which is a little weird. Well, but I mean, if you know, you know. I mean, if you don't, you're a stupid fuck.
Yeah. So one thing that the trailer made very clear is that they are gonna do what we thought they're gonna do and just split from the original story. You have hints of that with Aerith in the trailer saying, how we cannot change the past, but even though we know what the future is, we can still change the future. I think that that's very clearly, hey, we know how the original game plays out, but we could go away from that. We can do something else.
No,
and so I think with that, I think that the Rebirth title and the having remake not be necessarily just saying that this is a remake, but being more meaningful than that to the story of the game.
Is having that the story.
Yeah. And then having Rebirth, I really like that. And I'm sure that the next one is also going to be something that is also very meaningful to the or connection to the story of the game. Kind of like in Kingdom Hearts, how Birth by Sleep, Chain of Memories, Dreams of Distance, all of that have a meaning.
No, since they're doing these R's, part 3 is just going to be Final Fantasy VII Reimagined.
There you go.
Redo.
That's a really good one. That's a really good one.
Also, was noting that Nomura is not working on part 2. He's working on part 3 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up was the Capcom Showcase. I completely forgot about this. I don't even think I saw this, guys, to be honest with you. Unless I did and I don't remember.
It wasn't that great.
This was the Monday, like, after the Summer Game Fest weekend.
Okay. I see. All right. Okay, so I think I missed this. But from what I'm seeing here, so I did hear about this. There is, so we got another trailer, I think, for the 4 remake, right? So we saw
we got the same trailer, right?
This is the one show that I watched live because I was the most excited for this.
Okay. And then something here that's pretty exciting that I didn't know was Resident Evil Village is getting DLC with third person.
Yeah, so gameplay? Resident Evil 8, so in the Capcom Showcase, they showed off pretty much like a lot of their Resident Evil stuff. So Resident Evil 8 specifically, they announced that I believe the VR is being worked on. It got a DLC where you play as Rose, Ethan's daughter.
Yeah. And
then it also is adding DLC where you get third person mode, and they're adding more to Mercenaries. They're adding new maps and characters.
I didn't know this either. Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3 remake. Next gen upgrades are available now?
Yeah. Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7.
Yeah, but that one's scary.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's too scary.
Yep.
Wow, that's freaking. And when is this Resident Evil third person coming out? October 28th?
Yeah, because it comes out with a Resident Evil Village,
all this for the first time.
Yeah, like it's called like the Winter's Edition, where it has all of it.
It lets you play as Lady Dimitrescu in Resident Evil Mercenaries. Really?
Yup.
Yeah.
You can
It
set
has
that
Lady
anyone
D.
you want, my dude.
Oh, what's his name?
You
It
can be
adds
the one doing stuff.
it adds Lady D and the guy that does the metal stuff.
I forgot his name.
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg.
Resident Evil Reverse will officially launch this October. I thought that game was dead, dude.
I thought that was already out.
the hell?
I thought it was already out.
I thought it was out too. What the heck?
I saw that in the showcase and I was like, isn't this already out? No, I think it was in beta before. That's why.
And then, all right, so and then we also saw the more for Sunbreak, the Monster Hunter Rise. What is it? The DLC?
It's pretty much like a full-on expansion that adds like more maps, worlds, weapons, monsters, and they also showed the rough outline of their free title content updates where over time they're going to be releasing more monsters, expansions, like small patches, events.
I gotta hop back into Monster Hunter Rise, dude. That game's great.
I'm probably gonna play Rise here soon.
What else? Exo Primal gets a gameplay trailer and a closed network test. Anybody interested in this game?
Still no.
Not
Still no.
particularly, but this is like the not Dino Crisis game.
Yeah.
So it like if that is of interest to you, then we got our first like actual gameplay trailer.
This is like a co-op third person dinosaur game, right?
Kinda, yeah.
First person.
Yeah.
PvPvE.
That's cool. And then we also got Street Fighter 6 is gonna get another announcement this year. Thanks for letting us know. Did we get it yet? Because that was like 10 days ago that they said
No,
that.
that's supposed to be like down the road.
All right, and then we also at that event they said that they were going to do a Dragon's Dogma 10th anniversary event, which happened as well.
Which supposedly, there's the leak that Dragon's Dogma 2 is the thing.
No, but that happened.
Got
They already
officially
did it.
announced.
They already announced
I didn't see it though, but I know that was like the big deal.
We're all learning things here, Alan.
It's in the new and notable section. It's
No, I know it's in there, but I'm
last
saying
thing.
when that anniversary hit though, there was that strong leak of Dogmas 2, but I know they had the event later.
Yeah, so there is Dogma 2 coming out. I guess we
Because
can take that
was
new
the
and
weird,
notable.
because that was the weird part of the showcase is that they had this anniversary, but they didn't announce it. But then they announced it later. Like, why didn't you just
Do it there.
show it here?
It had its own thing. Yeah, the whole thing was weird. There's really no details about it yet, except that it's going to be made in the RE engine. So it'll look great.
Which is exciting because Dragon's Dogma is Itsuno's like passion project.
And it's a great game. I'm gonna be honest with you. Dragon's Dogma is freaking incredible. So I'm looking forward to the second one. But yeah, so that was announced as well. That's funny. We're all learning things here. And then so that's it for the Capcom Showcase. So number 3 here on the docket, which happened. When did it happen? Like 5 days ago now. At this point, we're talking about stuff late, guys. Okay, give us a break. All right. Fucking shit. Xenoblade 3 Direct. So as we know, Xenoblade 3 was announced and it's coming out later this year. I saw a little bit of the trailer. Looks a lot like Xenoblade 2 to me, to be honest with you. Looks pretty normal.
Alan, you have on a Xenoblade shirt right now.
I do.
Right?
I'm wearing the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 chain attack shirt with all the characters on it.
So what do you think, Alan? How do
So
you feel?
I'm gonna be honest. I intentionally did not watch. I go out of my way to not watch the Xenoblade Directs because
Going in
I don't
blind.
want to see anything on this game before it comes out.
Okay,
It
so,
could
but
be shit.
you are
You wouldn't
like,
know.
excited
Oh,
for the game, right?
I've already come to terms that Digimon Survive and Chronicles are on the same day, and Digimon gets unfortunately shafted because I
Go
love
throw your cards to the
Xenoblade.
trash right now.
Fuck you, Ignacio. Shut up,
you.
all right.
Said fake fan.
I think it looks good. I think it looks fun. It's gonna be a good game. But yeah, it just looks like if you like those games, you're gonna like this one, right? So
I would love to know. I would love to know how good it looked, but I imagine it looked fucking amazing.
It looked absolutely incredible, Alan.
Nice.
Keep those rose-colored glasses on.
Thank you.
Okay, or those rose-tinted glasses on. Keep them on.
Oh, they're not tinted. They are.
But yeah, any thoughts on Xenoblade, guys? Did you guys check this out? No.
No.
So yeah, we saw that, and I'm gonna get it. I don't care. I'm gonna get it.
Do
I
it.
won't finish it. probably, right? But I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
Anyway, after that, we got last big piece of news here on the docket. Overwatch 2 will fully replace the first game.
Is that a bad thing?
No, it's actually
It's an interesting
a good
thing.
thing.
Well,
I don't think. Because that wasn't like originally what they said was going to happen. So to hear this is just like, whoa, wait, what? Huh?
So let me read this little part here on the doc. This is from John Carson over at Game Informer. He said in a recent Reddit AMA, the folks from Blizzard confirm an interesting detail about Overwatch 2 when it hits early access in the first week of October. It'll replace the original Overwatch entirely. Rather than being a separate app on your console of choice or the Blizzard launcher, Overwatch 2 won't be built up bit by bit on its own, but will take the place of the original game and build off of that instead. While Overwatch 1 and 2 have always been planned to be tied together into a single client and overall roadmap, this is the first time Blizzard has announced publicly that Overwatch 1 will cease to exist entirely when the sequel launches. It's weird because I remember when they announced Destiny 2 as well. It was like, but like, why don't you just add on to Destiny 1, right? Why is it like, if this is a live service game, why is a 2 necessary, right?
Like, why not do what Monster Hunter does where they just add that giant expansion to it, like it's adding another game to it?
Yeah, but like...
Well, that's kind of what they originally said. So they were like, yes, we're making number 2, but they said all of the multiplayer stuff would be a free update for anyone who already owns the first one. So Overwatch 2 basically was like, hey, if you want a story, like if you want a story mode, this is for you. If you don't give a shit, then you can just stay with the first one. But now they're being like, hey, the first one is basically going away, so you'll have to buy it. Or at least I think that's what's...
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like, is that so that's gonna work? Like, do you like is it gonna be some weird thing where Overwatch 1 just stops working? It's like, oh, this doesn't work anymore.
No, from what I understand here, on your client, you own Overwatch 1, right? Or whatever. Yeah. If it's on your console, if it's on Blizzard, whatever, that's going to become Overwatch 2. Plain and simple. It's just going to be an update.
Time.
And then if you want to, maybe I assume they have it like in the main menu of the game. If you want to add the story, you go ahead and pay the $30, $40 or some shit. I don't know how much they're charging for it.
Interesting.
To add that on to your game. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, I always thought it was stupid to have Overwatch 2. I was like, just update 1 and guess but this makes sense. This is what it is. It's what Destiny 2 was to Destiny 1. They didn't like replace the game, but who plays Destiny 1 anymore over Destiny 2? It's basically just the natural progression of what that game became.
Makes sense.
So yeah, them making it where like there isn't copies of Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2, but instead it's just Overwatch, right? I feel like they could just essentially just drop the 2 and be like, it'll all just be Overwatch, right? Well, so, I don't know.
Overwatch Plus.
It will be... It will affect people that play Overwatch because the original Overwatch is a 6v6 game, whereas Overwatch 2 is a 5v5 game. Correct. So right there, if you want to play 6v6, you could have had the option of going back to the original Overwatch, but now the original Overwatch will not exist.
Not really, because they were going to change that either way. They said for Overwatch, the multiplayer is going to change to 5v5. That's what we're
even for the original one.
Yeah, even for the original one, because the multiplayer is what is free. That's what's changing. That's what's new for Overwatch 2 and why they're calling it 2 is because you have a story now. But as far as the multiplayer goes, that was the natural progression. They're going from 6v6 to 5v5. That's what it's gonna become. So that's why, it just makes sense for them to say it's just one game, right? It's just the same thing. So.
Man, all of the
they just made it so confusing
out there all of the groups and teams that now have to vote someone out.
Yeah,
They're
there you go.
man,
Who
we
was
like
your
you the
six?
least. Get out.
Who was your six? Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So, but yeah, there we go. That's logical, obviously, to do that. I think it's. I always thought it was dumb when they announced Overwatch 2, but that's on them. They just want to, I don't know, add more for people to pay or something. I don't know, whatever. But that is it for the big news of the week, my friends. That is all I got to talk to you guys about. Let's go ahead and move on to new and notable.
All right, so kicking us off here, Dead Cells has an accessibility update, and it's huge.
What
And
the
we're
heck,
calling it-
dude? For real? Oh my gosh! Plague Tale Requiem announced their release date.
Gino,
I
where
didn't
have you
see
been?
that, dude. I really said that.
Everything this week.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Anyways,
Okay, continue.
Gino, before you freak out, we'll get there. As you told me, we'll
Oh.
get there. Dead Cells is calling this update Breaking Barriers, which introduces new assist mode and more. But don't let me tell you about it. Go play it because the update is available now. Disgaea 6 comes out for PlayStation 5, PS4, and the PC on June 28th.
Complete.
Sadly, I don't ever get into Disgaea because I don't like those style of games.
It's Disgaea 6 complete, Alan. Okay?
Sorry, Disgaea 6 complete because it's the complete package.
Yeah.
Cuphead, the delicious last course for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC is June 30th. And from the Capcom Showcase, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak for Switch and PC is June 30th. God, I wish this would come to PlayStation, but I know it won't.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
I know. Outriders World Slayer for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC as well, also on June 30th. Wow, there's a lot on that one day. F1 22, I never heard of this, comes out on July 1st for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, S, and 1, and PC.
Don't disrespect all the Formula One fans. Okay?
I've never even heard of this, so you know what?
Apparently, they're actually pretty good games. Like if you're into all of that stuff, I've heard good things.
Yeah,
No
people are
disrespect,
into those
but
guys.
if your game was so good, why haven't I heard of it before?
Maybe because you're not
Sorry.
a racing fan.
And you're not a gamer, Alan, okay?
Ow.
You even play
not
mobile
my
games.
not my gamer ego, Gino. Shit. Into the Breach is coming to iOS and Android on July 19th, but will only be available if you are a Netflix subscriber. And on top of that, the game is getting a free advanced edition update on all platforms. I'm sorry, what? You need to be a Netflix subscriber?
Yes.
What kind of trap shit is this?
So you know how Netflix is slowly getting into games. They bought up Night School Studios last year, all that stuff. They are at Netflix Geek Week during all the summer Game Fest stuff. They announced some original games based off their Netflix IPs. They also announced a handful of like third-party games that would be available on their service if you're a subscriber. And this is a new one that they announced after that. And let me tell you, Into the Breach, Chef's Kiss. That game is fan-fucking-tastic.
But
so-
for a
so
Netflix subscription, though, you know they just keep upping their prices, right?
If it's so
I
good.
mean, yeah, you
Kyle.
look, you can go play it on Switch. It's a perfect game on Switch. You can play it on PC. You can play it on, I think it's on Game Pass. It's a great game. If you have not played it, go do it. It's
Say
incredible.
it, Gino. Say it.
If it's so good, Kyle, how come I've never heard of it?
Because you're a fake gamer, obviously.
Got him. Got him.
You'll
And
never
Gino,
recover.
but don't worry, hope is restored because, as you mentioned, A Plague Tale Requiem was announced. The release date October.
When did they do this, dude?
This
October
week,
18th?
I
days
didn't
ago.
even hear about this. All of a sudden, one day I logged into Twitter and everyone was, "Oh shit, Plague Tale Requiem is coming out October. I gotta buy this." And I'm like, "When was this fucking announced?"
Woo! I'm so
I think
freaking
that
excited, dude.
they released a trailer and that trailer confirmed it.
Wow. Yeah,
I think
I
that's
did
how it-
not.
Gosh.
I haven't even finished the first one. Rip my gamer ego.
Dude, I gotta
So
watch
good.
it, dude. It's so good. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm so excited. On Game Pass too, right? Oh my god.
Yeah, Game Pass.
Oh
Day
man.
one.
Gamers, Let's do it.
And our
All right.
last bulletin point is Stalker 2 has been delayed out of December of 2022 because the
Shit.
war in Ukraine continues. It will now be coming out in 2023.
Damn it.
There you go. Was that on your fantasy list, Gino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That sucks.
And that,
Sucks to be
my
you.
friends, brings us to the finale of New and Notable because it has been old and noted. Take us into the lightning round.
First news story. We have to congratulate the Summer Game Fest, which had over 3.5 million concurrent viewers at its peak, and it is up from 8% from last year.
There you go.
Pretty incredible, Ignacio, for a
Congratulations.
glorified Google Doc.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I also
kinda-
would like to announce that cross-plays, cross-event, cross-platform, cross whatever it was, also had 3.5 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
congratulations to us.
Thank you.
I wonder if
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
due
Pulls
to
on
there
the
being
back.
no E3. Who knows? People just need to.
Uh,
People just like when they don't have to look at the Google Calendar or
No.
the Google whatever. They can just be told it.
yeah. Also, it does help that it was mostly condensed to what 4 or 5 days.
Couple days, yeah.
Yeah. Next news story is that one. According to Tony Hawk himself, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 plus 4 was scrapped by Activision and as Vicarious Vision was absorbed into Blizzard. Apparently, they took pitches from other studios, but they were not satisfied.
Boo!
I don't understand
Boo
how
indeed.
Activision can. I don't understand how Blizzard can keep being the villain and get away with it.
Oh, shucks.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, there is a small tinge of hope at the end of this. If the Microsoft deal, if all that stuff goes through, Microsoft could, if they wanted to, be like, hey, whatever Vicarious Vision's new name is, I think they're Blizzard something. I'm not sure
for
what.
real?
But they
Go
could
on.
be like, hey, get on this. Make these. Let's
Kyle.
go.
Kyle,
Yes.
I can't play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 if it's on fucking Xbox.
Ooh.
You could get an Xbox.
Ooh.
But they also said they're not going to do that to the games, Alan, right?
Ooh.
Gosh.
You can
I
never
mean,
be. You can
look
never
at
be.
Bethesda,
You can
okay?
never be confident, Gino. All right,
Yeah,
you gotta
look
be,
at
you gotta
Bethesda,
be
look at
prepared
what
for the
happened there.
worst.
That's
Look at what happened to Starfield.
It's unfortunate you're not going to play Starfield, Alan, because you're a fake gamer.
Ooh.
I know.
Uh,
I think we've established this, but yeah, I only just play like dude. It's because we've been in a drought for games for like 10 years now. There's just no games coming out.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Guess you got to wait for the Last of Us remake or something.
Here's a game that Alan will be for sure looking forward to. From Software director Hidetaka Miyazaki says that they are in the final stages of development for their next game.
Really?
I
For real?
I heard this. I said this to Amy, and I had the same thought. I saw the same thought on Twitter. What the fuck do you mean final? Elden Ring like just came out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a remake of something or who knows what. But yeah, apparently
Gino,
we're in the
what-
final
Gino,
stages.
what is the name of the guy that makes Final Fantasy 14 that you think is like a god among men?
Naoki Yoshida?
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Miyazaki is that to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This man just keeps
Is
giving
there-
and he just doesn't stop.
Is there a chance, Alan, that Mr. Hidetaka Miyazaki meant that he's in the final stages of beginning development of the next game?
That's
Do you think
that's
that's
honestly what I would like to believe because I truly believe we're gonna get Elden Ring DLC. So the next Miyazaki game won't be for like several
Have
years.
other From Software games gotten DLC?
All of them have gotten some kind of DLC except for Sekiro. Sekiro just got like an update patch DLC.
They've all had DLC.
Okay.
Yeah, they've almost all gotten a DLC. Bloodborne got Old Hunters, Dark Demons. Well, I guess Demon Souls didn't, but it got a whole remade game. Dark Souls 1 did, Dark Souls 2 did, Dark Souls 3 did.
Yeah.
I mean, technically Elden Ring hasn't, but not yet.
I assume we'll see one.
Yeah.
This game will probably just be what's the
so-
core game?
What?
What's it called?
So this little nose bit that I put on here about From Software's next game is from an IGN piece by Matt Kim, and he says in an interview with Japanese gaming website 4Gamer, From Software revealed that the studio's next game is already in the final stages of development. According to the interview, the publication asked Miyazaki back in 2018 around the launch of Sekiro how their two unannounced games were shaping up, one of which would go on to become Elden Ring, but this other unannounced game is still in the works. And according to Miyazaki, quote, development is currently in the final stages, end quote.
Wow.
So this has been in the works.
The next Armored Core game.
This
That's
man
what leaks are pointing to.
This
Armored
man
Core.
can do no wrong.
Oh, so Armored
Are
Core.
you a Armored Core guy, Alan?
I have not played it, sadly.
Okay, so you call yourself a fan.
I want to though. I just
Another
don't
thing,
own it.
Speaking of Elden Ring did get sort of an update though, where they did the seamless co-op or something. I think they did jump in, jump out co-op, and the world randomizer or something like that.
I got you.
Did they fix the ultra wide problem that they had?
That's a you problem, Ignacio. Okay, what's the
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
know.
game problem. That's a Miyazaki problem.
I
Moving
never
on.
had that problem, so I think it's just a you problem.
No, of course, you put your 16:9 screen. Of course, you didn't have that problem.
Wow.
Moving on.
Damn.
For a brief moment, Tekken 2 was priced at $10,000 on the PSN.
a really good deal.
store.
I saw this for like a split second and I was like, what the fuck?
You actually saw it live, like on the store.
Yeah, because I was fucking around with the whole premium service like right when it launched.
Damn, I wonder how that looks. Dude, you didn't take a picture?
No.
Oh, you could have gone viral, Alan.
I don't ever take any screenshots on my PSN, so I never think about to take a screenshot.
I would have pulled out my phone and be like, $10,000, dude, for Tekken 2. That's a great deal.
No, I never think about it. I never take screenshots or anything.
That's great. That's wild. I wonder
But
if
yeah,
anybody bought it at that point.
was very obviously fixed, by the way.
I think somebody bought it to say that they bought Tekken 2 for $10,000 from the PSN.
Dude.
You think?
Speaking of problems with that service, I don't like how the PSN is not allowing me to buy Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue because
Yeah, you can.
I already own the game.
Oh, yeah,
and whenever
that's-
I try to go to buy it for the PS5, it tells me I cannot because you own the
Yeah,
game, but
there-
it does not let me play it on the PS5.
There are a lot of problems with the service. I actually watched a video that was detailing that, where if you own like the Resident Evil Director's Cut from the PS3, you can't just download the new one. You have to get premium. It's hopefully PlayStation irons out issues because the service it's got a lot of problems.
I just got it yesterday, so I'm messing around.
Oh,
with
you got
I
it.
just got
Which
it.
tier? The
The
top
highest
tier?
one?
Premium.
Wow.
What a
That's the one that
sucker.
has
It's-
Stray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's.
Yeah, it is. It is premium.
Is
the
it
pro-
the
the
second
pro-
tier?
like, without going into it, the
is
problem-
it premium and right
No,
under
the
it?
second. The second
No,
tier
premium
is
is
one
the
that
top
hasn't.
tier. It is PlayStation Plus Essentials, the basic tier. It is extra and then premium.
Okay, so
Premium
extra
gives you
and
Extra
premium.
Stray
also-
and everything else. Yeah,
Extra also has Stray.
Yeah, right. Extra and premium.
Nice extra does. I thought it was only for premium.
No, extra.
Honestly,
Because
the
extra-
premium.
Extra
Hon-
has the PS4, PS5 collection. Premium,
Honestly,
the only thing that it
premium-
adds is classic games on the films.
Oh, it's
Premium
probably-
is not worth the price for what it has in its issues. Extra is worth it, but not premium.
Oh, okay, I should probably change to extra then.
I mean, it depends what you're looking for, but like
Yeah,
most of
Gino,
it though,
you could-
premium is not as good as it is for the price.
You could play Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue.
Dude, I bought it. I own it now.
Yeah?
And
Has
the
no
jacket
trophies.
games.
Has no trophies. Immediately stop playing it.
Oh,
Damn, what a shame.
Not
What a
worth it.
shame.
Right? Not worth it.
What a shame.
I'll play it when I'm not
indeed.
collecting trophies. All right, I'll play it eventually. I already played it
So
on the
never.
PlayStation.
Never.
Wow, this next one is funny.
Final news story. Todd Howard has said in an interview that Fallout 5 is the next game that Bethesda will make after The Elder Scrolls 6.
Really?
In 2042, I think.
Really, Todd Howard? And what are you going to do after Fallout 5? Probably Elder Scrolls 7. Like, what the heck?
Point, it's
But Todd, what are you going to do after
2.
Elder Scrolls 7? Maybe Fallout 6.
76 too.
No. Sorry, you got where's Starfield 2 fall in here?
Yeah, probably Starfield 2 after Elder Scrolls 6 is done, if anything.
What
No,
about
after Elder Scrolls 7.
After Fallout 5.
That's
No,
what he
after
just
Fallout
said.
5. Sorry, after
Oh,
Fallout
yeah,
5,
yeah.
then we got
Because
Starfield
Gino,
2.
Fallout 5 is next after Scroll 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Todd
when did
Howard said himself.
Hey, we're working on Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, just so you know, by the way.
It very much felt like all right, guys, like, be quiet, please. We've gotten enough of this. Yes, that is the plan. Like, we will return to Fallout. We'll return to Elder Scrolls.
Which this
6.
is
Just
wild
shut up
because
for now.
remember when New Vegas came out and like people rumored for like fucking years of when's Fallout 4 gonna be a thing, and they still they never confirmed it till not long before the reveal. And now Todd Howard's
6
like,
months.
hey, we're gonna make Fallout 5, guys. It's all good. It exists in my mind.
I remember them announcing Fallout 4 and it coming out months later, right? That was a big
Yeah,
thing,
that
right?
happened.
Yeah, that's it on
Yeah.
E3. That same E3. But
Yeah, but it announced at E3 and came out in November.
Man, more
Yeah.
people should do that, dude, to be honest with you.
They announced Elder Scrolls 6, I think, at E3 like 2018.
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't the same. I think
It's
it was the
still
same
not-
one where
we
they
still don't even know what
announced
gameplay looks like.
Starfield.
Yeah, they announced
Yeah,
Starfield
yeah.
and then Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, I remember.
We don't even
that,
know what
yeah.
gameplay of.
You could have said nothing. You could say nothing about Elder Scrolls 6. It would still not affect us, to be honest with you. Just say Starfield and that's it.
Honestly, sometimes I forget we've actually seen Scroll 6 because it's been so long that I'm like, wait, oh yeah, that what we did technically see that
What's
game.
the title?
Yeah.
I mean, they announced CD Projekt Red announced Cyberpunk back in like 2013.
Yeah, these freaking games, dude. And now we got Fable. When's Fable coming out, dude? I'm waiting.
So
Yeah.
wild.
Dude, to be honest
So
with you.
wild.
Oh well, freaking game developments.
There you go.
Game developments. And that's it for the lightning round. Thank you so much, Ignacio, for that little roundup there. You're our
welcome.
best news guy. You're our best
Thank
news
you.
guy.
Thank you.
But anyway, that is it for everything on the docket. That's it for everything we got written here. We got no script from here on out, so I expect you guys to go wild right now. Go wild. Alan, what are you looking forward to this week?
I'm looking forward to playtesting more of my decks in Digimon TCG and to get my platinum in Death's Door later today. But waiting for the Corey's update because I can't get the fucking platinum because the game's bugged.
Oh, really? Is it?
Damn.
Damn, that sucks. It's bugged.
Gino, you know the trophy? There's a trophy where you have to refuse Eliza's help when she reads the tarot cards.
Uh-huh.
You can't get that trophy on the newest patch update. You have to wait for either a new update or play the disc version and not update the game.
Wow.
I
Well,
cannot get the platinum in the quarry.
You gotta go buy a disc version and not update then.
Yeah, yep.
Sorry to tell you. That's what you gotta do. Cool. Ignacio, what are you looking forward to this week?
I don't know, man.
Give me something good. Give me something good.
I don't know, man.
He was
I have no
starting a whole
idea.
bunch of new.
He's
stuff.
gonna play. He's actually gonna play a
That's-
game this time, Gino.
Ignacio's
Yeah.
questioning, dude. He doesn't understand his life right now, man.
I don't know
I don't know.
what life is. What are video games?
I don't know if I'm even playing games. I don't know what
Am
I'm
I
doing.
really a
right-
gamer?
I don't even know what a Nintendo Switch is.
The games even exist. If they're not coming out.
Ignacio, are you sad because you don't own a Steam Deck? Is that why you feel empty on the inside?
That's part of it, yeah.
Why doesn't my life have trophies?
Hey, Kyle. Kyle,
Yeah.
she's a 10, but she doesn't collect PSN trophies.
Lame.
That meme, dude. Oh man, Kyle, what are you looking forward to this week?
I'm also kind of in the same boat as Ignacio. I'm not sure
Oh,
what to
the-
play next,
the-
but
but
I
they
am
give me
super
shit for it.
excited for Stray. That's the next game on my list. Stray.
Ignacio, it's because Kyle
I want
actually
the
brought a
Cyberpunk
game
cat.
to the What We've Been Playing segment. That's why he didn't get shit, because he brought a fucking game to the segment. You didn't.
I mean,
I played Tunic.
I could play Red Dead Redemption 2 tomorrow. Who knows?
Or
Today,
Final Fantasy
actually.
7 or Final Fantasy 7.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I played Final
exactly.
Fantasy 7.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, hell, we could all be playing. We could all be playing Final Fantasy 14 right now.
There you go.
Gino, now that we're kicking you off of the podcast, what are you going to be excited for?
Oh man, now after this, every episode I'm not on, there's nothing I'm gonna be excited for every week. You know what I mean?
So depressing.
Yeah. What should I do then? Right.
What a
should I
fake
do
gamer for not being excited for games, anyways.
then? What am I excited for this week? I got PlayStation Plus Premium and I downloaded this. Let me tell you. I downloaded Mafia
Tell me.
1 Definitive Edition or Mafia 2. I forgot which one it was. One of those that look cool, right? I also downloaded Death Stranding Director's Cut. I never played the
game.
first one.
Good game.
Tried the original for a little bit and was like, okay, dropped it, but I want to go ahead and play it again. I do want to get through that game. Also downloaded those other Dark Pictures anthology ones that I missed. I believe it was what is it?
Man of Medan.
Man of Medan. That's the one on
House
the
of
ship, right?
Ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man of Medan and Little Hope are the ones that I missed. I played House of Ashes.
Okay.
But Little Hope was the one that I missed, so I'm gonna go ahead and play those because I just coming off the quarry, have that, that kick, you know what I mean?
Let me know how those are, because I thought about buying them, but I heard they were kind of bad.
Well, I mean, if you have premium, you could download them.
I don't have premium.
If you have essential extra, you could download them.
I don't. I have essentials.
Oh, you just have essential?
Yeah,
Yeah, me
it's
too.
all I
What the hell? I
need.
thought you were looking for.
Gino,
playing around with it.
I was
Didn't you play
looking.
Escape?
Yeah, I bought it.
You bought it? Why didn't you
Yeah,
just upgrade it?
fuck
It's
yeah,
a
I bought
membership,
it.
dude.
Fuck yeah, I bought
What
it.
the hell?
I want to own it, not fucking through the service.
What
Gino,
the
I don't
hell?
even download every PS Plus game every month. You think I'm gonna fucking buy premium?
Just
What
put it in
the
your
hell?
library.
You could just redeem them.
Yeah.
Ah,
I have freaking I have golf games on my library, dude. What if I ever feel like I want to play a golf? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got it there, right? PGA. I have it. Never downloaded it. I have it though.
no, I don't. I don't need to play
So,
everything. I don't need to play every game. I just got to play only the games I want to play.
I see.
Same. You can still redeem it.
Anyway, yeah, I've tried Man of Medan before, Alan, and it was pretty trash, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try again. See how that works. And Little Hope I think is pretty I think is probably reasonable, so but I didn't play it, so I'm gonna go ahead and try that. So I'm excited for all that.
Oh,
I'm
God.
excited to explore my my premium subscription. I'm one of the higher tier first class citizens of the world now.
Yeah.
With my premium PlayStation Plus subscription. $130 a year, guys.
You
Maybe
technically
that's it.
are more important just because you own it. You do. It does make you more important.
Yeah, I'm first class right now.
Yeah.
I'm a premium member of society, pretty much.
Yeah.
Debatable.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that, of course, to be a premium member of society.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's it. I think that's it. All I'm excited for. Alan, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at your local game store playing You can find me at Twitter at Alan Busby, tweeting sometimes.
Okay, and Ignacio, where can people find you physically right now?
What, do you want my address or what?
Coordinates.
Coordinates.
I want your location in longitude and latitude.
77.15721, comma, negative 7. I don't know my coordinates. But people can find me on the internet on Twitter at IgnacioRojasB. That's IGNACIOROJASB.
And Kyle, where can people find you spiritually?
They can find me in the streets.
Spiritually.
It's going down.
Spiritually, though.
Spiritually in
though.
the streets.
Spiritually in the streets, yo. You guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. That's where you can find me.
Beautiful.
I don't know why,
beautiful.
Kyle, when you said spiritually in the streets, I'm just imagining you're walking down the street and you just hear your voice going, gonna buy Stray in July.
Have you heard the good news about Stray?
You guys can find me over on Twitter at Gino_Viteri. You can find me emotionally in my home. You could also find me over on Twitch at GinoVii.
Speaking of which, what is your stream schedule like?
I try to stick to it as much as I possibly can. Obviously, things happen, but my stream schedule, as of right now, is Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Pretty much, that's technically what I have my schedule as. Some days I might miss, but that would obviously be announced. But that is what I will stream for the future, for the upcoming future, whatever. But yeah, and if you guys want to find all of us, I guess aside from me permanently anymore, you can find all of us at the Whatnots on Twitch, Twitter, maybe on YouTube. Check out on YouTube. Check out the Captain's Log RRR if you like that. Kyle and Melissa were very misinformed on that, so go ahead and correct
we
them.
sure were. Yeah.
And you could also find us on Ignacio's creating a new app, I believe, called the Whatnots, and Alan is working on creating a video game with one of the most intense trophy lists in the world, based off of the Whatnots. So.
No, and there's no and good news. There's no online trophies either.
No online trophies. You actually have to play the game with your internet disconnected. So look forward to all that, and look forward to the future. Look forward to whatever is going to change in the game, in the show, and with the Whatnots, because it's only up, of course. Even though I'm going down. That was a good one, right?
You gotta joke some weight sometimes. Get higher.
That was great. But that is it for Crossplay. That is it for tonight's show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for everything you do. You have been played.
Peace.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.